Hey YouTube, last Summer Cup team coming at you here, and it is from Cridley, who says, or Kevin says, I haven't played much Ultra League and don't have XL candy, so I was limited to Community Day Pokemon and Legendaries I could build with regular rare candies earned from GBL. Uh, I came to the same conclusion that you did. Virizion needs Stone Edge in this meta. Yep, because there's way more fire typings than expected. Correct. The team is well positioned to counter the top 20 PV poke. Big surprise, it turns out to be a lot more accessible. Mons lower in the ranks are more popular. GENESECT performed better than expected, and I plan to adjust the team moving forward. So I do want to. The reason I'm going to look at this one is because I am interested in GENESECT. GENESECT has always been like a kind of, in limited cups, kind of a Pokemon that could be used. And even in the Open Great League, it has some sort of niche play. And that was before the Fury Cutter buff. It always had Fury Cutter as the fast move. But now Fury Cutter is buffed, and it has that sort of Techno Blast that does a great damage coming at 14. So pretty spammy, decently hard hitting. So let's take a look at it and see how it plays out. Abomasnow. So good lead. They are going to be weak to Bug, and you resist. So they get out into Jellicent. So staying in to get off this blast. Obviously, I think Virizion with Leaf Blade is probably what you should come in with next. Yeah. So going to come in here. They're just going to have to start throwing Shadow Balls, but these Leaf Blades come at a pace of 9, which is ridiculous. So such a good move for that pacing. Shadow Ball will land. That's fine. You can live 1. You can probably live a second one, but you then run the risk that they could just potentially hex down. It'll be aggressive hex down, but they could shield and commit to the like a double shield hex down here. So there is a shield, and that is exactly what happens. Going to commit to that double hex down to have some energy. You got to come in here because skeledirge would take super effective from the hex and surf. Going to commit a shield here. The only problem is they're going to probably get to another move here. You don't want to give it all right back here. It is just a surf, but yeah, it surf does a good amount. Trying to figure out if X's are resisted is enough to take this out, and going to throw it, assuming that it is. It is. They come in with Swampert, so unfortunate here. Good getting off this chip damage. All you need is now a Shadow Ball, and maybe you can live 1 Hydro. It is a non-Shadow, so you maybe actually be able to live a Hydro here. Oh, you also have a shield. That helps. Watch the catch. Knew it was maybe coming. Went Torch Song. This will be double super effective. So this almost one shots. Yeah. You almost. I think you probably need to undercharge there. Again, you may live a Hydro here, so you may be okay. But if not, in that other scenario, I think you need to. Yeah, you do live. Okay, that's what I expected. But if it was like closer and you had like less health than that, and it would have one shot you, you probably just need to like undercharge the other one, so you can get a couple Incinerates through to get a move coming out of that. Golisopod. So your Fury Cutters are obviously doing more a neutral situation than theirs resisted. Aqua Jet, though, does a lot of damage. Just going for the X-Scissor, it is neutral. GENESECT, again, more of an attack Pokemon than anything, but that does not do a ton of damage. Going for CMP here. Will get the X-Scissor off. You both are doing Fury Cutters and X-Scissors here, so able to take it out. Let's see what's in the back here. Yeah, you 100% just need to see in this matchup. The fact that you get to an X-Scissor is just a bonus here, but you have to align with Virizion because skeledirge is going to have a rough time. Now, this could have Sludge, which would probably put it near lower than 50% if it is a Sludge. It is, and that you are in the yellow. Able to get one move off here to kind of force a shield if they have energy, so I wouldn't be surprised if they force your shield right back here. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Going to commit the shield. We still don't know what's in the back. If you commit to the farm down, they could just get to another move here, and you both just try to instant swap catch. And lucky for you, in the back is a Virizion, so skeledirge with Torch Song is just going to rip this apart. Again, we'll see if it does have. That's too fast to have Stone Edge, so this will just be resist. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, because it's Incinerate. So 3 Incinerates is 15. Yeah, so that is able to get to Stone Edge. It does not take out. That Incinerate would register, so you could shield, but just going to save it for the Virizion, who will be able to double kick down here. Typhlosion. Okay, where do you... This is... You are ABA. I did notice this off the lead here. You are ABA weak to fire, and you are double weak on the front and virizion without a stone edge in the back, which is why you kind of mentioned that there was more fires than you expected, and it's without stone edge, this team it plays pretty tough. I personally, given the amount of fire that is in this meta, would not have played double weak to fire. And I like GENESECT. It's kind of a cool one. But wow, you're gonna get to another move here. But yeah, virizion really needs stone edge in this meta, unfortunately. Able to take both shields, able to take switch. Look at how much that triple boosted incinerate does. Get the GENESECT back on this. All moves are resisted. They eventually get out into virizion. Gonna just stay in this matchup and play this out because I don't know, you have a mirror match in the back, so it's fine. Just chipping it. Get to the Sacred Sword. This won't, I don't think it'll take out, but you're just in pretty nice control in this matchup with a shield still. So can you farm? Why would they go Leaf Blade? Okay, whatever. Doesn't matter. GENESECT mirror match. So Fury Cutters both resisted. Technoblasts, assuming they are running the electric, would be neutral here, opting to shield up a Technoblast. It is. They are still in this matchup. You are throwing yours. You have a 10 attack. I'm guessing theirs is maybe higher, maybe the same. We'll see. Not winning CMP there, so yeah, them having a higher attack here. It is a Technoblast. The only problem is with this bait here. Okay, they did shield, so that gives you a huge advantage. They may try and catch here because you have to kind of throw. Well, that's just an X Scissor then, right? Because they just went double Techno. So actually, that X Scissor did way more than I expected. That took you to the deep red, but you do keep switch here. What I was going to say is my only concern with that bait. Ooh, this is going to be really rough if you get farmed down too. Yes, this is tough. Because now you're going to have a Virizion and a skeledirge here. So I guess Virizion, hope they don't have Sludge Wave, but if they don't, they have Blizzard. So you're not in a good scenario. Blizzard almost one shots. Can we at least get to move? Yeah, you might want to just instant swap. Don't let them farm you down here. Anyways, the bait in the first matchup there, if you lose CMP and they grab that second shield, they could just say, I've grabbed both shields. I can just let this go and take a shield advantage, which is why that next bait becomes a little more risky. Losing CMP, unfortunately. Well, I guess it wasn't a CMP because they just caught in the Lapras. And now going to have to go Shadow Ball. Hope it's enough, but Lapras is pretty tanky despite only needing like a couple XLs at best and not even close. So Sparkling Aria is going to land here. Take you out. GENESECT into Feraligatr. So who wins CMP here? I assume you can just go, you don't even need to bait Techno. You can just go straight X Scissor. I wouldn't want to take a Shadow Hydro either, so I think shielding is correct. Was that, no, I was say, was that CMP or delayed or like a non-throw? It's a non-throw. Going for the CMP on that one, and you do win, which is nice. My only, again, X's are not even able to take out. Maybe GENESECT, well, I mean, you have more attack than Feraligatr because you just won CMP, but not even able to take it out. You have to just stay in this matchup to then go into Skeledirge. Yeah, like do not run this team if you're in this meta right now, which, you know, this is coming out Monday afternoon. I imagine most people are not playing this right now. They're probably just waiting for the Great League turnover tomorrow. Tried to make a catch of a Thunder Punch. Did not happen. So here comes a Blast Burn, which is going to probably delete you. And now they will get to a Thunder Punch, but at least going to put some shield pressure on. Maybe that Thunder Punch is not enough and you can farm down with Incinerates here. Or they just let it go to come in with a Venusaur. I mean, assuming Frenzy is enough anyways, just shield one and Frenzy Frenzy's such a good move. Even though it's resisted, it's still going to take out, especially from a shadow. So this should, even though you're in the mid-yellow, I'm assuming this will one-shot. Yeah, that's not surprising. Genesect into Rose Raid. So kind of an interesting one. The only concern that you should be aware of is this thing has a Fire Weather Ball from a Community Day. So this will be double super effective on Bug and Steel, and I think you kind of recognize that, shielding that up. So you either try to catch... Where do you go from here? They're going to have an answer for Fire. They're going to have an answer for this. The Incinerate did go through, and you did catch, so that would be helpful, but I imagine they have a Water here. Okay, Lapras is not the worst case scenario. It's not great because of how tanky it is, and the Sparkling Iris come pretty quickly. But it could be worse, right? It could be like because this is still just neutral fires and neutral everything, but if it was like a Swampert or something, that would be resisting the fire. And now you're going to get to another move, so yeah, clearly not even as bad as I thought it would be. Getting to a Shadow Ball after boosting, unfortunately, wow, I cannot believe they threw that. So throwing the move, I guess just really wanting to come into Virizion, showing them your last Pokemon, which is kind of interesting. Again, it is a Weather Ball, Fire, super effective here, so we're going to have to just eat it, I think. And that does over 50%. So I don't even think this is the right move. Were you in the matchup that I just showcased the other? No, I did the Amoonguss here. Grass is double resisted on the poison resist and grass resist, so that is double resisted. I think it's only single resisted on the like fighting is only single resisted on the poison. Yes, so grass double resisted, fighting single resisted. So in that next scenario, just throw Sacred Sword. But now with Genesect, going to absolutely blast your Golisopod out. This matchup, Fury Cutter is resisted, and Technoblast will do an insane amount of damage, but, well, I guess it... Is it going to be bait dependent? No, because they can probably outpace you to the Shadow Balls going forward anyways. So, and then they bait even worse. So now they're definitely going to outpace you to these next Shadow Balls here. Yeah, there's not a ton you can do. Do you commit the shield or you just let it go? It is just a Surf, which is interesting. So not ideal timing there, but just going to try and grab that second shield. Which you honestly just have to get farmed down. I hate getting farmed down in these scenarios, but you have to. You have to align Virizion here. You cannot come in Virizion and then they get out into an answer and then you have Skeledirge left on this with energy in the ending. So you just kind of have to eat those fast moves. Now so eat some charge moves. Hope they don't have another water cover in the back and just try and sweep a Skeledirge here. So here comes another Shadow Ball. Not quite enough to take you out, but double kick is not doing anything, so you have to throw. I would instant swap, quite honestly. I don't even really... I would instant swap blind. So, because you just don't want to get farmed down, right? And left with one Pokemon when you don't know what the back Pokemon are, especially with Pokemon like this that have a move that lowers your attack. You want to be able to reset that. So, getting off the move, going to just go Shadow Ball, not bothering to boost the attack. But they're going to get to another move here, and you're going to have to commit that shield. How much is left on the switch clock? We would love to get out of here if we can. Going for the Torch Song, hoping it's enough, or just kind of instant swapping with Virizion to maybe try and double kick the rest of this. You both leave at the same time. They have their own Skeledirge in the back. One Shadow Ball is not going to KO from full health, so they will live and get to a move, and then this game is over. So there we go. Yeah. I think everyone just started using Virizion early because everyone was so scared of Belly Bolt, and then people realized how good of an answer Fire was, and then this just became a Fire-dominated meta. Mixed with kind of what you said, that people are just using kind of what they have. Not a lot of people have Belly Bolt, so people are just using your Swamperts that have been around, Lapras that have been around from early seasons. They make a nice catch on the Tentacruel here. Gonna see if we can get to a Techno Blast and maybe catch them off guard or grab the shield. Because you do not have a good answer for this. Poison is resisted, so you could just stay in and force them to throw. Maybe, yeah, I was going to say, maybe even commit the shield if you want to try to get off a second Techno Blast here. And do... It'll be close whether you can get to another move before they take you out here. And they give up Switch, which I guess they were worried on their end how close you were getting to energy, allowing you to chip. Hope they throw Lunge almost. No, it is a discharge, although that does not do a ton, but this will do a ton. So going to commit the shield here on the Tentacruel. Can we get to the Shadow Ball before they get to the next Scald? You're only one more away. No, so much energy banked. Gonna get to another move here. This, if it doesn't one shot, it's gonna put really close. Yeah, leaving you a couple HP, and now it will all come down to what is in the back. Doesn't even take it out, and it is a Kingdra against a Virizion. So Leaf Blades come quick. Non-Shadow Kingdra, so maybe they live 2 of these. Yeah. Try to make a catch. Yeah, tried to catch the Outrage, knowing that that was coming here. So doesn't even take you out. Able to get this off. I think they live 2, and it's going to be a race here. They come back in and do get taken down with the resisted double kicks. Oh my god. This game. Oh my goodness. Okay. Sorry, for those of you who are just listening to my voice, because I know some of you do that and don't even watch the battles. What we had was a very close farm down of double kick on the Tentacruel, allowing us to come out with energy. But for some reason, the opponent was allowed to come in and Dragon Breath us down before we got the charge move off, even though we had a charge move. So one of two things happened. It's either you actually just hesitated and you did not throw the charge move, or the game screwed up. And I had this scenario happen from, at least you weren't coming in. They were coming in. So if anything, you would expect the one turn deny happen on their end. I had this scenario where I had the same thing happen when I had a Banks move coming in. I was against a one turn, I think it was a Shadow, like a Gyarados, and I had a move that would take it out, and I came in and they got their one turn Dragon Breath off before I could activate my charge move, and they won the matchup. And for some reason here, this is a weird one again, because it's usually when you come in that you get the delayed, but they were the one who came in there, so I don't know what happened there, but what a tough way to lose that matchup. Okay, Virizion lead. We'll see what they have. They're throwing, so probably a double kick, which would be neutral. Or sorry, a Sacred Sword, which will be neutral. And that is neutral. Electric is resisted on the grass, so you just have to go X-Scissor. They're going to outpace you is the only concern, because they get to it in 18 and you get to it in 20. So going to shield one. Going to get a move off, but again, it's all for nothing. Which, you know what, I don't care. Taking it to the ones and letting them take you out here, I would just let it go and come in with Skeledirge and get at least one Incinerate. You almost hope you get 2 Incinerates off here. That would be ideal, 2 Incinerates. And you are going to get 2 Incinerates. I'm not worried about the charge move. This will be resisted. So getting 2 moves. So they're going to have like a water or something. You know what, it's a Glycopod, so that's still just neutral to fire. And now with that energy advantage, it gives you a little bit of help here. Just going for the Incinerate, and bad timing on their part, allowing the full Incinerate to go through. Because they're using Fury Cutter, you could just throw the Torch Song right away. They decide to go Belly Bolt and just going to go straight Shadow Ball. See if they decide to shield early to boost their defense. Yeah, they do shield early, wanting to boost their defense and going to just come in. They're running Thundershock? Okay. No, you've got to run. And they didn't even throw. They just threw Zap Cannon too. You've got to run Sucker Punch on Belly Bolt, I think. Dedenne works with Thundershock, but not Belly Bolt. I think Belly Bolt really, its strength is having that Sucker Punch. So just resisting all the moves. Golisopod tries to come in. This is a neutral Leaf Blade. Does take out. Here comes a move, and yeah, they know that they've got nothing for this. So top left there. I think maybe the last matchup, Jellicent. Again, kind of a weird one. Your fast move is resisted. You have the super effective Techno Blast. You'll outpace to the first one here, but you will not outpace to the next move. So likely to see a shield. No, that does land, which makes this a little easier in my opinion, just to shield and try and farm down. And they do go Shadow Ball, so that's pretty big. You're going to get the farm down, especially, it's a Surf. It's not a Shadow Ball, but I guess they do get to a move, which does a lot of chip on Genesect. Holy smokes. But you got Switch. Belly Bolt comes in. That's fine. And we will align Virizion. So just stay in this matchup and try to get to another move. If you can, you cannot. That's okay. Virizion is such a good answer to Belly Bolt. There's really no point of them staying in unless they're weak, unless they have like a Swampert or something in the back. But even a Swampert in the back, at least you can... is a Tentacruel, so definitely worth coming in there. I'm surprised they even threw it. There's no point of throwing that charge move if you're going to have a Tentacruel in the back anyways. And this is going to be tight because you have a Skeledirge and they have a shield advantage. So they just burnt that first shield. Hoping that you caught a Sludge Wave. Just an Acid Spray, so that is fine. That is resisted. Their fast move is resisted. Getting to a Shadow Ball. It's working out not bad at all. They let it go, which is actually kind of crazy because I think you just sweep with the Virizion in the back here. Sucker Punch and Electric are resisted here. And they come back in here. And I mean, they do spam pretty fast with these, but not as fast as you. So you can live one, shielding in case it's like a Zap Cannon, but you could have lived one. Sucker Punch is resisted. And you're going to live it on this next one. Yeah, just opting to make sure we have two moves here. You can live one, get to the Leaf Blade here. This will take out, and a Leaf Blade will take out what's left of the Tentacruel. If you get it off, which you do. So this will take out here. Yeah, that was a smart play in the end game there. Okay. And with that, we are finally done the Ultra League Summer Cup. Someone mentioned that this may not be the only time that this happens. I haven't looked at the full schedule. If you guys want to stick around, I will check it behind the scenes here. If you want to go see why the current event with the Reggies is actually important, you can go check that out too, because it is actually important. Okay, next time Match League is a Great League Sunshine Cup. Nope. Oh, the same league? Are you for real? So what are they doing? Okay, I thought this was what someone said, that it was on for a second time. Not only is this the first season in probably like 5 or 6 that Niantic has not given us a Great League or Little Cup option with when Ultra League or Master League is on. This is the second week that they are pairing the Ultra League Summer Little Cup. Yes, this league is on again, this time with Open Ultra League. So no one's going to play this cup. Ultra League Open, way more accessibility, like more options. Anyways, August 5th to 12th, the Ultra League and Ultra League Summer Cup. What were they thinking? Why don't you have a Great League Summer Cup? What are they doing? Okay. That's so stupid. Okay. Anyways, that is it. That's a future Dan problem. Anyways, that is it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.